Hello, everyone, and welcome to monthly calls. If you are part of our membership group, Detox membership, monthly membership, then this call is the call of May 2025. And in today's call, we're going to talk about emotional roots of parasites and what's actually really feeding them. I have a story for you that can really change your life, and I'm going to read it to you later because it really changed my mindset, the way I think. And this discussion, it's very deep and very profound because a lot of people just talk about the physical parasites. And a few years ago, when I started this program and the entire membership, not many people talk about parasites. Now, everywhere you look, everybody is talking about parasites. So, welcome everyone. For people that don't know me and they are not part of the membership group, Detox membership group, I'm Lily and I'm an intuitive detox coach and guide. And I take people by hand and guide them into detoxing properly, step by step. These days, what I notice everywhere, and everybody's talking about parasites, parasitic infections, and everybody is talking about medication, supplements, herbs, and so on. But nobody is really talking about the emotional part of detoxification. And this is what we are going to address in this call, and I think it's extremely important. Okay, so as I mentioned, I have a story for you, so stay tuned. If you have questions, then address them at the end of this call. And again, my name is Lily, and welcome to our call. Today, we talk about the energetic leaks and the suppressed emotion and childhood wounds and loops that are opening doors for parasitic infections. I have some notes here. I'm not going to read them. I'm just going to look at them because I prepared this call for you. It's extremely important. Take notes. This is so powerful. Um, Today, I'm inviting you to dive deep with me into the powerful terrain or environment of consciousness. This is profound. This is very, very profound. Parasites exist. A few years ago, as I mentioned, when I was talking about that, people said, I'm crazy. My friends, crazy. And now they call me and they send me tons of links of how to clean parasites. And I'm like, yeah, before you call me crazy, and now you're sending me links with how to cleanse your parasites. And, anyways, forgive them. Okay, that's the only thing that we can do. So, the deeper the emotional and the energetic reasons that parasites can hold, and what to do about it. You heard about parasites, everybody's talking about them. Parasitic infections, large organisms in the body, they harbor all kinds of bacteria, bad bacteria, viruses, mold, candida overgrowth. Candida doesn't exist, or fungus doesn't exist by themselves. They have to be paired with at least one parasite. We have more than one parasite. We have like about three to God knows how many parasites in the body. And as I mentioned today, we're going into the terrain or environment of consciousness because a lot of people just scratch the surface and everybody wants a quick fix feel. Everybody's scrolling through the internet. They want the answer to their question. The body is being poisoned with parasitic infections and toxins since before you were born, and now you just want to press a button, you want to take a magic pill, and then you want to heal. You got to put in some work. That's why I'm here. Okay. That's why I strongly suggest join our detox membership because we put in the work and we awesome. So from the bioenergetic perspective, parasites don't just come because into your body because you ate something bad. Yes, you might eat something bad. But they are, and I'm going to say this, and it's very powerful. They enter your body because you're not fully present with yourself. They enter your body because you are not fully present in yourself, with yourself. Take a note. This is super important. This is crucial. A lot of people, just think about, a lot of people are on social media scrolling down, unwinding, releasing stress. Nope. This is unconsciousness. We're going deep into consciousness today. So that's why we're talking about the emotional cause of parasitic infections. Parasites are not just physical organisms. Parasites are not just physical organisms. They can be thought forms, negative thought forms, negative destructive behaviors, addictions, looping thoughts, intrusive thoughts, negative thinking. Sometimes it's really projected on us by the outside environment. Emotional loops that we carry from childhood traumas are considered parasitic infections, emotional parasites. These parasites thrive, as I mentioned, in an unconscious environment when you are not present with yourself, in yourself. Super important. This is all. In the places where your boundaries are weak, and parasites are all about boundaries. I have an entire module in the Parasite Detox course in the membership, all about boundaries, because this is what I see in mostly women that come to my group. We have some men as well. They really want to go deep into cleansing the infections, but mostly women who I consider light workers, earth angels, empathic people, givers, sensitive women. And, some men also, but in general, you will see that those women are more prone to parasites and, in particular, emotional parasites. Okay, like we just mentioned before, like intrusive thoughts, behavior, addiction loops, and so on, and thought platforms. So if you don't have the boundaries set properly, if your self-worth is low and uh, you're not present, then it's so easy to attract these entities, these parasitic frequencies. Parasites are frequencies. Our body is a frequency. We are part of different frequencies, different microbes. We have more microbes. We are microbes. We have more microbes in the body that we have cells. And those microbes can be good or bad. Parasitic in nature is the ones that are like continuously draining your life force, your food, your nutrients, your energy. That's why I mentioned women. So if you connect with this, if you resonate with this, then do some thinking here, because this is what I noticed. I attract a lot of women because I was for so many years working planetary saving, doing energy work, healing work. This is what I do, emotional work. And I had a lot of people that were dealing with these issues. We are givers and we don't have the boundaries. We cannot say no when we mean to say no. It's very hard. We mistake assertiveness for aggressiveness. If we say no, we are afraid that somebody is going to say, "Oh my God, she's bad. She is aggressive. She's not a nice person," right? And you're going to learn about how to be assertive. This is very important, and how to create strong and healthy boundaries. This is very important. Okay, moving on. When you are not claiming your power, someone else is going to claim it for you. Self-worth, boundaries, and so on. When you are not claiming your power, when you are not staying in your present self, when you're not present with yourself, someone else is going to reclaim and claim your power. Very powerful. Your space. That's why we become prone to parasitic infections. We become like an open field, an energy field, but to attract all these parasitic frequencies. The hitchhikers, these parasites, are not just worms. They are cravings, sometimes are yours, but sometimes are not yours. And we're not talking just about food cravings or other cravings. We are talking about what's happening in the social media, what's happening in the media, what's happening in the world. You are craving something that's not really yours. You don't really want it. Loops of fear, loops of guilt, and loops of shame. Shame and guilt are the actually lowest frequencies on consciousness scale from 0 to 1,000. 1,000 is the highest frequency on consciousness scale. And guilt and fear calibrate extremely low, like 20 and 30, where the highest frequency, it's 600, is the frequency of peace. Below peace, there is joy, and below joy, there is love. Shame and guilt calibrate really, really low. If you are looping the frequencies of guilt and shame, you are an open house for invaders, for worms and parasitic frequencies, infections. Fear, it's another one. Emotional dependencies and survival patterns. When you depend on someone emotionally, and thoughts that repeat like a broken record. For example, you're driving, I'm just giving an example. You're driving with someone else and you keep continuously telling the someone else, press the brake, do this, do that, continuously, like a broken record for 20 years. But that particular person drives, by himself, by herself for so many years, nothing happened. And you keep like continuously repeating the same thing like a broken record. That's probably because something happened, a trauma happened, a fear from the past happened, and you keep repeating that loop in your brain. Let it go. That's why it's time for you to let it go. That's why you're here right now. Now, all these frequencies that I just mentioned, they anchor in the body when this field is weakened. You find, and they found negative thoughts, behavior, pattern. This is science. They found it in the fascia, in the tissue. They even found it in the organs. So a lot of fear in the organs, in kidneys, a lot of anger in the liver. We're going to talk about that. Trauma in the cells of your body. It's very interesting. Okay. So all these things are being embedded in your body, are being anchored in your body, in your physical body. Those emotions are being anchored in your physical body and then become diseases and illnesses. Okay, let's move on. I want to start before the parasites because this is very important. And in the course, we talk about bit pretoxing first. There is a 5-day challenge of pretoxification and working with foods and getting the gut moving, and then we go into liver detox because the liver is the main organ of detoxification, and lymphatic detox. And I want to talk about a liver a little bit. What's the liver? And liver also hosts parasites, like physical parasites, not just because we're talking emotional parasites right now, astral parasites, energetic parasites, but we want to talk about also physical parasites. And liver, in the liver, we find a lot of liver flukes, parasites of the liver. They snack on your liver and then diminish the capacity of your liver, so the liver doesn't function optimally. And then we have all kinds of liver issues, like fatty liver, like 1 in 2 people have a fatty liver. But also, it's because the emotions associated with the liver are anger, frustration, and resentment. In particular, suppressed anger, mostly from childhood, that's looping from childhood. I actually work with a lot of one-on-one and people that have issues with the liver. Some of them don't even know that they have issues in the liver because the trauma, it's suppressed, especially the trauma from childhood can be suppressed and it's still anchored in the liver or in the body. And then when we start working, and usually I do a lot of intuitive work, we go back into a moment in time. And what happened? We find out the root cause of that particular trauma that you carried in the body for so many years. and it keeps repeating and looping itself over and over again, and diminishing the functioning of the liver or of the body. So in the Chinese medicine, the liver is the seat of anger, suppressed anger, unexpressed, especially from childhood, unexpressed childhood rage. That is, especially teenage, when the hormones are changing, there is this rage in teenagers and can be stuck in the body, in particular liver. Okay, so liver, it's number one organ of detoxification. And you cannot, this is the problem with people. They start cleansing the parasitic infections. They attempt to cleanse parasitic infections, and I see it a lot. They use a lot of medication for that, and they do not address the liver. And once medication can be really detrimental to liver, this number one organ that it's really can become dangerous when you take medication. So you gotta check. You really have to cleanse your liver. And in the detox program, we have a method that's cleansing the liver. And let me say it here. A lot of people are mistaken the gallbladder cleanse for the liver cleanse. They're not the same thing. Gallbladder is very important, but once you cleanse the liver, you also cleanse the gallbladder with my method. Now, a lot of people are doing the Epsom salt with, which is great. I've done it many, many years ago. It was good, but still didn't cleanse my liver. So we are talking about strictly liver. And with my method, we cleanse the liver, lymphatic system at the same time. But you need a strong mindset. People do not, they, as I mentioned, they just want the pill and that's it. They think that the issue is going to go no, 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 and no. You got to put in the work. That's it. This is the bad news. You have to put in the work. But if that's the bad news, it's good news for me because I love working. If you don't like to work, your mind is stagnant, your lymphatic system is stagnant, which is the garbage collector. And if you don't want to put in the work, then you are heading for illnesses. That's the way it works. So, another thing in the liver that resides in the liver. So we mentioned the loop, the trauma, especially rage from childhood, bitterness from injustice, and this is me. I've been doing a lot of work for so many years, planetary work, being an activist for human rights, for peace, for natural foods. And when I see this injustice, it creates so much like frustration in me. So I really need to be very careful. And probably if you're also watching this, you probably resonate. Um, Another one, so bitterness for injustice, suppressed emotions. So keeping the peace. So for the sake of keeping the peace, how many of you resonate? For the sake of keeping the peace, we are just suppressing the emotions, which is totally bullcrap because you are ending up putting more toxins in your liver, in your lymphatic system, in your body. So it really congests your liver, not only energetically, but also physically. Because if you are familiar with energy centers, with the chakras, um, and they work on emotions a lot, if one chakra is blocked, then it will affect the organs that are surrounding, and then they're pertaining to that particular, connected, related to that particular chakra. So, for example, if it's like, I'm going to give you the example of my mom. After my sister passed away, my mom closed her heart chakra. It just closed it. Immediately after, she developed heart issues, and she had so many heart attacks. And I saved her so many lives times. But I saw her like firsthand what really, really happened to her. And I did a lot of work with her, like releasing and opening the heart chakra. But it's when a traumatic event like that happens, it's very hard. But I'm going again to read this story, and it's going to change and shift the entire perspective. It's very powerful, so stay tuned. Okay, what else we have here? So we have congested liver weakens the bile production when we have these emotions, creates a swampy environment when the parasites thrive and disrupt the hormonal issues. Oh my goodness. People that have a lot of hormonal issues is because the liver is not functioning properly. I noticed that when I cleansed my liver for the first time, I solved the hormonal issues. I started to sleep better. I lost cellulite, that's a hormonal imbalance. I lost weight, unwanted weight, especially around the abdomen. And people actually in the group notice those things, but especially the number one thing with hormones is the insomnia. A lot of people with insomnia, so we solve the insomnia. So that's a great thing. So moving into the next session. So we talk about the liver, emotions of the liver, frustration, anger that we carry from childhood. Also, there is a lot of anger from childhood that we carry. And when I work with people, some of them, they're not even aware of that anger or rage or frustration or resentment. They're not even aware. And we go back into a moment in time, we address that. And some people, believe it or not, because we use intuition and a journey, a particular journey, they start remembering. They start, and they carry that particular moment in time, the frequency, the energy of that moment of trauma. And we have so many in our life that we carry. And that burden, it's really clogging not only the liver, but the lymphatic system. It's burdening and lymphatic system, what is it? It stores toxins and it's the the drainage system. We collect garbage. And if the garbage doesn't go out, then it gets stagnant and it recirculates, it goes back into the system. And we end up in a pool of toxins, in an ocean of garbage, basically. Not only physical, but emotional. That's why it's so super important to release on a daily basis, every single day. Lymphatic system is basically connected to letting go at an emotional level, letting go. So the liver is anger, frustration, right? Lymphatic system, letting go. And how and what happens when we hold on to emotions for too long? What happens if we refuse to release the trauma? And I want you to think about that. What happen if we stay in the freeze mode or fear mode daily? The lymphatic system clogs and it slows down. And if you stop letting go emotionally, you stop letting go physically. That's what happens. And we breathe ground when the lymphatic system is clogged. We become the environment for parasites, for pathogens, for any infections. So when you cannot release emotionally, your body cannot release physically. That's why people don't detox. I'm going to say it again. People do not detox. And this is a very strong and powerful statement. Because a lot of people cannot detox. When people cannot detox, it's because they cannot release the emotions. If you cannot release physically, if you cannot detox, that's why people feel so bad when they attempt to cleanse their body, to detox their body. A lot of people are afraid of detoxing because of that particular issue. Now, that's why in my detox membership, we really start with a strong mindset. Without the strong mindset, we cannot do anything. We just keep scrolling. 5 seconds, keep scrolling, move on, and then keep getting bigger, keep getting accumulating infections, keep accumulating toxins in the lymphatic system, and so on, right? So we need to do the work. And the number one thing, we need to address the mindset. So in my course, in my membership, in the parasite in the liver, the first thing first, we have tools on how to create a strong mindset so you can continue the detoxification, because a lot of people just like go. They don't want to, and that's why they sick. That's why they develop those illnesses. And then we address emotions, not only like herbs, tinctures, enemas, binders, a lot of things, but emotions. There's an entire module, entire section only for emotions, and there are like a lot of tools there. And one of the most powerful tools is the liver detox meditation, where I created it for myself. However, it's in the group right now, and you can listen to it. Women in the program and men, but mostly women, have issues when they start detoxing the liver. A lot of us, because we're also releasing a lot of emotions and we feel funky. We feel like really weird. When they put the meditation on, boom, that's why it's so popular. That meditation is like, oh my God, for me, it's a lifesaver. Seriously, incredible. So, for the lymphatic system, letting go, Okay, letting go, letting go, letting go. Let me see what I have here. And basically, the lymphatic system is letting go. Okay, let's talk a little bit quick about the emotional entry points. So how the parasites invade our aura, our energy field. Number one, first thing first, people pleasing. And I don't mean it as a judgment because I'm still working on that. I'm a good person. I want to help everyone. And I don't want war. I don't want fights. I don't want anything like that. So I have a tendency towards the word pleasing people, but not anymore. And then the thing is like I am learning, and I've been doing a lot of creating like strong boundaries. And another one, it's self-abandonment. Another one, it's chronic guilt or shame. And we talk about guilt and shame. How many times in your childhood, like shame on you, why did you do that? How many times we'll try to feel guilty? It's your fault. How many, it's just like, nope, 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 nope. Remember, consciousness field, it calibrates really, really low. Imagine what it does to your body. So self-abandonment, chronic guilt and shame, people pleasing, suppressing your voice. Like you don't want to speak the truth because you're afraid you might offend someone, right? And that's going to end up in your lymphatic system. That's going to end up clogging your lymphatic system. It's going to end up in your liver, in your body. And then you become an environment for parasitic infections. Living in fear, that's another one. Continuously looping that fear in your mind, continuously looping that scenario. Um, Scarcity, that's another one. A lot of people living in poverty mentality and scarcity, especially during these times, which nothing is stable anymore. It's crazy. Hyper vigilant, when you are hyper vigilant, always like, oh my God, you always like stressed up like that, and it's this is not the way we want to live life. Another one that's strong for the lymphatic system, the way the parasites enter the body. When you eat unconsciously, how many people eat where they drive or unconsciously without intention or without praying over the food, without really when you put food in your body, becoming grateful for that food, becoming like aware and conscious about what food goes into your body. We just like a lot of people eating junk food, and then they ask why they're unhealthy. And these days, our food is poison, our air is poison, our water is poison. So we have to be very discerning, and we have to do the homework. Okay, so again, this is not about judgment, like people pleasing or anything. This is just to wake up to the truth, and then remember that your energy field, it's the first line of defense. Your aura, it's the first line of defense. Everything starts in the energy field and then move into your body, and then the energy field and the chakra system will influence the physical body. So that's why this is extremely important. You start in the invisible because we cannot see the energy. We cannot see the aura. Some people do see the aura, right? Sometimes I do. But yes, it's really important to start with that. Okay. So, okay. Solutions. Solutions in reclaim your presence. Reclaiming your presence. What does it mean? Be in the present moment and start each day with this. I fully return to my body. Imagine that you are grounded. This is super important. Write it down. When you wake up and during the day, I fully reclaim my powers. I claim my powers now. I fully return to my body. I fully embrace the present moment right now. I am present when I'm eating. I'm present when I'm grounding. I'm present here with you right now. Because a lot of people right now keep scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. And then they just focus on something that it's irrelevant, and they ask why they are unhealthy. Okay. Place your barefoot on the earth whenever you can, or just think about, okay, imagining placing your feet on the earth. So keeping grounded. That's another one. That's earthing. It's so powerful. Breathing, breath work, breathing deeply. Own your space, reclaim your space. So first thing in the morning, I fully return to my body. I claim or I reclaim all my powers now. That also creates boundaries for parasitic infections. Okay, So parasites, again, recap. Liver connected with emotions like suppression of trauma, anger, frustration, resentment. Um, Lymphatic system, holding on to trauma, not letting go. And parasites, boundaries, fears, but boundaries, lack of presence. That's why reclaiming your powers every single day. Whenever you feel like under the weather or something is going on, get your powers back, reclaim your powers. Because we are giving the powers, we are giving away, giving without coming back to center. It's very, very important. Okay, so think about that. Do whatever it takes. For liver, emotional release, join my detox course. I'm going to tell you what we do, but also I'm going to share with you some solutions. But ask yourself, where are you holding your anger? Where are you holding your resentment? And when I ask this question, a lot of people is like, in my liver, in my neck, most of the people in the throat chakra, the throat area. Who do I need to forgive to set myself free? Who do I need to forgive? Now, when you forgive, you don't forgive because you forgive them. Maybe they don't deserve to be forgiven. You forgive because of you. Okay, that's very important. That's it. In other words, you just let go. Let go, whatever it is. Um, Lymphatic, that's for the liver because it's forgiveness. Castor oil packs for the liver will help not only with the physical but also emotional. At night, they're absolutely great. Breath work also, your breath is free. It's sacred. Use it. It's very important. If you come in to the membership, we have some techniques how to use the breath. Mirror work. It's like I forgive you, I free you again because of me. You do the mirror work. For the lymphatic movement, I'm gonna read the story. Get ready. Okay, that's the story you really want to hear. I hope it's gonna change the way you think, your mindset. The antelope and the lion. A lesson in letting go. The antelope and the lion. Uncross your feet because you're that's what I and then kind of like lay back and relax and listen to this story. So it's a short story but very powerful that mirrors a truth we often forget. A lion chases an antelope, hungry and focused. The antelope runs for her life, adrenaline pumping. Her entire being is in survival mode. At one point, the lion catches up and manages to bite her. She's wounded, but somehow she escapes. Now, here is the miracle. Just 5 minutes later, this is a true miracle. You see the same antelope grazing peacefully in a grasslands, and as nothing happened. No trauma loop, no anxiety spiral. She's fully present, back in her center. Just 5 minutes. Only 5 minutes. That's all it takes for her to reset. To reset. This is the wisdom of nature. Animals have a built-in ability to discharge fear, stress, and trauma from the body. The shake, the run, the release, and return to balance. They don't carry the emotional residue. They don't replay the attack in their mind, the looping, right? They simply let go. Take a deep breath. That's powerful. Humans, we tend to hold on. We tend to replay the moment, loop the moment in our mind over and over and over again. We tell the story again and again. We store the fear, we store the anger and the sadness in our tissue, in our organs, in the aura, in the energy field, often for years, for years. And the longer you hold it, the more damage it does. It weakens the immune system. It clogs the detox channels, the lymphatic system, the liver. It stagnates the lymph and keeps us energetically heavy and emotionally stuck. This is why I emphasize detox. It's not just physical. Detox, it's emotional. Detox, it's energetic. Let this story be a reminder. When a painful or stressful event happens, feel it, but don't marry it. When a traumatic event happens, feel it, We have to feel. We cannot just push it away. Feel it, but don't marry the event. Let it move, let it go. The faster you release, the faster your body can heal and your energy can flow freely again. Just like the antelope, you can return to peace quickly because you deserve it. Take a deep breath. Ooh, this is such a powerful story, and I will read it in the group again and again, and I'll probably just create a video with that. It's so super powerful. Few weeks ago, I lost a very dear friend of mine. I consider him a brother from another mother. We hiked together. We did a lot of things together. Awaken. 39-year-old passed from a stroke, just like that. I couldn't shake it off my body. It was in my body, like I was holding onto that trauma. I was thinking in my head over and over again, what is his mother thinking? I was thinking, what is his sister and kids, two young kids, and wife thinking? And I was feeling it in my body. I started to become sick. And even my husband was the same thing. We couldn't let go. We couldn't shake it off. And I remember this. I remember the story of the antelope of the lion. And I'm like, and this is what for you. Feel it, don't marry it. And it's important to breathe, let it go. Can you change the situation? You cannot change. You can change how you feel about that situation. This is powerhouse. Okay, moving on. I hope you enjoy my story. So for the lymphatic movement, it's the letting go. Think about the story. Actually, I want you to do this thing. Write the word antelope and write the word lion. Put it somewhere where you can remember it. Replay this story when I read the story and think about that. Do some thinking because this will probably to me you know what, whenever I feel like traumatic like that in the example with my brother from another mother with my friend, I remember that story of the antelope and the lion. I was like, okay, I gotta come back to my center. Okay. Otherwise, I'm destroying my health one step at a time. I mean, that thing can shake you, and any traumatic event can shake you like that. But again, don't marry it. We have a tendency to gravitate towards traumatic and dramatic events, humans, because we think not like animals, but for a split second, think like an antelope. Okay, I'm not saying don't be afraid. Fear has its own thing. Even anger and resentment have their own thing. But don't marry those emotions. Like I said, don't stay too much in the dark because you're going to become dark. That's the one of my saying. So for the lymphatic system, the antelope thing, rebounding with mini trampoline, dry brushing, hot and cold showers. Find a hobby that moves your body. Dancing. I dance tango, and let me tell you this, it saves my life, basically. And I started after my mom passed away. Again, I couldn't shake off the trauma, and I started dancing, and it was like, whew, so much better. Again, don't marry it, feel it. Okay, shaking is another great one. And for lymphatic system, if you are joining our membership, which by the way, for only today or tonight and tomorrow. Usually it's 89 per month. You can join for 39 per month and you can cancel anytime. And that price is going to be as long as you keep the membership. So actually, let me just, I will be putting this in the chat. Okay, let me put it in the chat and you will probably find the link below this one. So basically it's detox.natures-blessings.org /membership detox program. Again, detox dot natures-blessings.org /membership detox program. Okay, in that particular course, liver course, you with the method, again, mindset, the actual detox and emotional detox. Those things together cleanse people in the group reverse fatty liver, okay? And lost cellulite, got rid of cellulite, including myself. That's because we cleanse liver and lymphatic system at the same time with emotions and the physical and mindset. Okay, rebounding and dance again for the lymphatic system. Energetic discernment, that's another one. And we are going to move a little bit faster now. Energetic discernment is so powerful. Oh my goodness. Before you eat, before you speak, before you act, ask yourself this: is this mine? Or am I hosting something that doesn't belong here? Is this mine? Or is it something that doesn't belong to my body, to my consciousness, or here? That's powerful. And then as an affirmation, I like to say, only that which serves my highest truth is welcome in my energy field or my aura. Only that which serves my highest truth, my highest wisdom, is welcome to my field. In other words, you're filtering what's not belonging there. 12 ways to detox your emotions. Really fast. I'm going fast. Deep breath. A lot of us are shallow breathers. Think about when there's a traumatic event, it happens to me so many times, and I have to be like, breathe, breathe. 4, 7, 8, there's like different techniques that we also have them in the membership group, which is, by the way, incredible. It's sacred, it's free. Remember, focus on your exhale, very important. So breathe deeply. Don't be a shallow breather. Second, cry. Yes, this is such a powerful release, and tears are sacred. When my friend passed away, I remember that I didn't cry in such a long time. And it was a release that I really, really needed. I really needed. So let the tears move through. Don't be afraid of crying. Journaling. Just let it out, no filters. Journals are very powerful. Just keep writing. Talk to someone you trust. Oh my goodness, this is such a powerful one. But you gotta find someone that you really trust. Otherwise, it can be unsafe. If not, if you don't find someone that you can trust, speak in the mirror. Speak to yourself, and speak like talk to your other, your other guide. Where you guides, your spirit guides. Okay. Do a feeling fasting. It's like you do a technology fast, feeling fast, the same thing. It's like take breaks. Take breaks from news, take breaks from screens. I know that you cannot really take breaks all the time, but take breaks. Go in nature, do a hike. If you go camping, it's beautiful. Be in the nature, breathe, do things like that. Stay away from draining people also. Do move your body, as I mentioned, dancing, shaking, rebounding, something that it's like really shaking and moving the lymph. It's like you have a job that's in front of the computer, and I do a lot of work on the computer. Just put an alarm, and in like 55 minutes, an hour, just stand up and do some exercising, some jumping jobs, like stretching, or even moving your body and tapping, tapping, tapping. Also for it's very important to do this, and especially exercising, it's very important, but also face and neck massage. A lot of, and we have this call, it's recorded in the membership group also. I think I believe it's the last month, in the month of March, we did that. I show people how to do a proper lymphatic massage for the neck and for the face, not just for anti-aging, but to move the lymphatic system, because we have a lot of lymphatic system around this area, and parasites migrate. That's another big thing why I'm like, asking you to join the thing. It's because we need, oops, my video, it's for some reason gone. Can you guys see me? If you cannot see me, you can hear me, because I cannot see myself. I hope I can see myself. Okay, the video was gone for a little bit. Okay. Um, that's why I suggest you guys join the group, because we are detoxing not only the liver, but the lymphatic system, and we are addressing parasites migration. A lot of parasites are in the gut area. And when we attempt to cleanse them, they migrate. And usually they go to weakest areas in the bodies, but also to the brain. And that's why it's super important to do some lymphatic massage for face and for neck. So you bring the parasites back into your gut so you can get rid of them. It's a lot of, parasite cleanses are not an easy. That's why a lot of people are, oh, I'm taking that pill and then I feel good. Yeah, and then you have problems with the liver and then so on. Okay, liver cleanses. We mentioned the liver cleanses. Practice forgiveness. We mentioned practicing forgiveness. You do it for you, not for someone else. You do it for you. So you stop carrying other people's weight and karma. You don't want to carry other people's karma. So forgive. Please forgive. Water therapy, it's another one, and I love it because water therapy cleanses not only the body but the energy field. I like when I take a shower, I like to also imagine not just the water but like a cleansing shower, the energy cleansing my auras, my chakra system, and my energy field. Okay, so that's very powerful. The water therapy, baths, in the ocean, swim in the ocean, showers, because water clears energy. Declutter, that's another one. Right now, after this video, just start declutter. We accumulate things, and decluttering reflects your space. Your physical space is your actually mental space. If you are living in a clutter space, this is what mind is actually doing. It's being cluttered. So start decluttering. Throw away what doesn't serve you or give it away. And just stop buying things. Stop buying things. It's just spend in good foods, go in nature, spend in experiences. A lot of people just keep accumulating. And I look at like the garage is full of just things that you never use, right? So declutter, start decluttering. You are going to let go of a lot of emotions also by decluttering. Use breath and sound together, like sighing, like humming, together. This moves energy that is stuck in the body. Okay, meditate, ground yourself. I love meditations. I have a lot of meditations. You guys can even get my meditations. By the way, the program comes with two very popular, powerful, and really effective meditations. One is the liver cleanse, and the other one is happy, healthy cells. If I am in like funky mood, I wake up and then they spray the sky and I feel it, and the energy is like really well. I put in meditation, happy, healthy cells. Woo! We bypass the how do I say this? We bypass the prison, the matrix that we are in, basically, because it's a lot of um, toxins, emotional toxins, and thought forms that we are being bombarded with. And that one, it's like happy, healthy cells. Whoo, join us. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so if you're already in the detox membership, that's great. That's emotional. That's what did I say? Emotionally. That's great. So make sure that you are replaying this one. It's in your you'll find it, of course. So again, if you are not in the detox membership, remember today you get it for $39 today only, and you get it fast. You will get pre-toxing. A lot of people do not pre-tox before they start the detoxing. You start pre-toxing. You have mindset work. You had a beautiful emotional detox. It's two modules, one in the liver course and the other one in the parasite course. You have live monthly classes like this, and a beautiful, safe, and like-minded community that is like that loves to help. Okay, so right now, let's just do one thing. What stood out for you today? I want you to write it down. For me, I believe that everyone is the antelope and lion story. It's letting go, detoxing. Have you felt emotional ties to parasite symptoms before? So these are the questions that I want you to ask yourself. And what helped you identifying a stuck liver, emotions, or energy leaks? Okay, this is the call for today. If you guys have questions for the members, ask them in the group. But again, this one, you know, play back and go back to this story. This is a very powerful story. All right. So thank you. I'll see you in the next call, and blessings, everyone. And detox. Keep detoxing. You're doing great. Okay. I'm here for you. We are here to support you in the group. So come join us again. Okay. Blessings and cheers to your health. And this one, I have here cloves. I make infused water. By the way, we have so many recipes in the group, and I share a lot of. I make my own probiotics. I make my own binders. And I share in the group, and people start making them, and they love it because we don't know what's going on with the supplements. We don't know what's going on with medication. They end up, a lot of supplements have toxins. They have these solvents that really damage the liver. This one, for example, I put cloves, I put fenugreek, and some cinnamon, and I infuse it overnight, and I just love it. It's great. So I have a lot of recipes for biofilm breakers, for parasite tinctures, for liver tinctures, for the lymphatic system, binders, the entire protocol. I like to call it a guideline, not really a protocol because protocols are very unique, are very personal. It's a process. It is a process. It's not such a thing like a quick fix pill. And as I mentioned, people come to the group. Some people are still in the group. People are leaving. They detox their bodies. They got rid of cellulite. They created a great relationship with food. They come for cleansing parasites, and then they realize they have some stuck emotional trauma from the past in their body or in their liver. They have aha moments, reversing fatty liver, getting rid of parasites, getting rid of candida, getting rid of all these issues. So again, it's not a quick fix pill. Remember that. Got to put in some work, but it is not about the destination. It's about the process, the journey, the destination. And that's more beautiful because you are going to, like this one, you're going to change the way you think. You're going to shift your mind, and that's going to change your life. That's going to bring in help because that's what we need. That's what detoxing is. We cannot achieve health, especially these days when we are bombarded by tons of toxins. And we talk about acidity of the stomach. We talk about binders. We talk about probiotics, biofilm breakers. You got to break the biofilm before you attempt to cleanse parasitic infections. It's a lot. We cannot just talk about it in one call. And also, it's about changing and releasing trauma from the past because we hold on to trauma. That's why we are becoming invaded by parasites because, especially emotional trauma can create parasites. So, yeah. Cheers, and I'll see you in the next one. Blessings, everyone. Mwah.